Thank you very much, Mr. Akrash. It is very difficult for me to speak about digitalization after such eminent speakers, but I am going to try to present to you the ANAPEC strategy in terms of the digitalization of its services and its tools. But beforehand, I'm going to start with the presentation of the ANAPEC before tackling about the entrepreneurship accompaniment of the ANAPEC. Then the entrepreneurships on the digital era, to end up with the digital strategy of the ANAPEC. ANAPEC has been a public entity created in 2000 under the law number 5199, and it is ensuring the mediation between job seekers and service providers. It ensures also to ensure the counsels for the job seekers and also providing counseling services for the service providers. And we have also to support the project holders of self-employment via the training of orientations. To focus more on the job seekers and the project holders that come within an ANAPEC agency, he or she is taken in charge immediately since the beginning. We have a hosting space that is ensuring all the services regarding his or her request. Then he or she is directed into a responsible person that is going to orient him or her into a given sector, a given domain of interest before talking about entrepreneurship. And we are trying within the agency to planify, elaborate a business plan before going to the creation. And according to this scheme that is deployed within different ANAPEC agencies, we have in fact all that is related to the accompaniment for the project holders. He or she is taken in charge since the beginning, as I said, and he is directed while getting and benefiting from the experiences and pieces of information, what needs to be done, at what level, by whom, and how it is going to be achieved, as well as how much it is going to cost him or her, in cooperation with the personal counselors, with due respect to a working plan. If he or she needs to go more into details or get more clarifications, he or she can benefit and take part into a session of training. If not, he or she can shift directly into an accompaniment phase to benefit from accompaniment information, financing, administrative pieces of information. Once the enterprise is created, he or she is going now to enter into the accompaniment step. But on a digital era, and with the digitalization and the nullification of the paper procedures, we at the ANAPEC were intended first to inform, second to sensitize, third to train the job seekers and the holders of the projects. We can even put at the disposal of those people some counselors that are going to canalize them, to orient them, and try to depict and highlight the added value for their ideas, for their projects. But it is not only presenting some opportunities, we are also facing some hindrances, like for example, how pertinent are their projects? Also, what are their targeted people, their targeted audience? Also, the approach that he or she has adopted to end up with the limits of the usage or utilization. The ANAPEC is asking itself about if the those accompaniment services to the creation of entrepreneurship and enterprises is going to be a solution to achieve and to meet the needs of targeted customers and to ask for their needs? Or is it going to be seeking the information for a maximum of people? Is this going to raise the awareness and the demystification of the entrepreneurship? For this, the response relies on this cycle. We need to focus on the project holders, because we need first to know what he or she needs, what are the difficulties that he or she is going to face, what are their communication plans, so as to adopt their tools the better for the upcoming steps on for the specific needs of the project holders. So the need is one. Two is the adopted tool. Third, to train the counselors and benefit from counseling services before reaching the impact and trying to ameliorate or alter it shall the need may arise. And we are not going to leave him or her until this project holder is immune and can go further. Then we can say that the ANAPEC has opted for having a digital strategy. The ANAPEC is trying to raise the number of its beneficiaries, and it is also intending to enforce the proximity and closeness of its services, as well as improving the quality of its services, namely for young people and women. Last but not least, it is intending to provide some innovations and also implying some digital services. Not only this, and that's what we are calling the cross-channel. They are available on the website axo.ma. It is fully digitalized. We have tried to recreate a typical Moroccan space with all its embellishments. We can get within the forum, and it is equipped with an Arabic version also. Within the forum, what do we have? We have the exhibition space. We have a marketplace and a conference room. On the conference room, you can either attend some conferences, or if we have a direct conference, you can attend it on the spot. At this level, it has asked me to identify myself or register, but all what precedes is an open invitation. You can just go in there. Now, for example, let's choose an exhibition space. We have an international wing, regional wings. For example, let's visit a regional wing. For example, we are going to visit the Oriental region, which is on to the east of Morocco. While visiting the wing dedicated to Marrakesh, we are going to find the ANAPEC position. We have the CCG, which is another association in charge of employment. The LONTIC, And we have also the banks that are at this level, and that they are present and represented in here. Let's, for example, pay a visit to ANAPEC position. We can find in here the institutional videos that are broadcasted and representing the services of ANAPEC. A discussion forum with the responsible of this position and all the products and services. At this step, for example, we can visit and have a look at the products exposed, and this website is going to ask us either to register or to identify ourselves, because we need at this level to gather information about the visitor, why, the objects behind your visit, so as we can get in touch after. And here I'm going to use my own ID and login passwords. You can, for example, leave him a message and he can or she can answer you back, or once she is in office and getting back. For the professional card, they are available here, and no need to look at them all. And here we have the professional card of Mr. Amin, that you can, for example, get and put it in on the briefcase. And if you want to gather the Mr. Amin's professional card, you can just draw and put it within the briefcase, the virtual briefcase that is on your left. And here I have put this within my document. The products, the services, the videos, they are all So, as a reminder, we have the exhibition forum, we have a space for collaboration, conference room, market, different facilities where you can visit plenty of things. Now for the Moroccan platform. It is a platform that we have put so as to labelize Maroc PME in different regions of Morocco. It's like our representations in different regions to get closer to our partners and potential customers. Why? Because we are a small entity, we are 70 people, and we have no representations whatsoever in Morocco. So we have gone and pay a visit to all the Moroccan regions, get in touch with professional associations, commerce chambers, the investment centers in Morocco, and we have come up with a list of counselors that we are going to ensure the training so as to be our counselors in the future. And we are going to come up with a platform on which our counselors, they are going to fill all the personal details of the customer and validate with us. It's like a sort of accompaniment services, and if they are going to do some excellent job and grasp the maximum number of customer, they are going, of course, to be awarded this. As you might notice, we have 0 representations in the southern parts of Morocco because we don't have yet some conventions with the others. So thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to present to you some actions for the implementations during the last years in Morocco to develop the entrepreneurships in the pre-creation, creation and post-creation steps. So the actions that I'm going to present to you, they were realized between the period of time between 2012 and 2018, and it was partly financed by the Ministry of International Affairs of Canada, the IMMC, and the institutional partner, which was the Ministry of Work and the Professional Insertion. And this project that were realized in 3 regions: the access of Casablanca, Kenitra, the Oriental, the East Morocco, Sus Masadra. So the 4 objectives that we are targeting are the entrepreneurships education and raising awareness about the worlds of affairs. The recommendations elaborated as a second objective for the entrepreneurships of women and young people. Third is the insertion for the job, specifically for young and women that did not have diplomas. Last but not least, the enforcement of capacities for the service providers and the financial services. For a training that we have provided about the entrepreneurship culture, so as to better understand the businesses, we have 9 modules that try to answer the question, what is a business? Ending up by the 9th module, a business elaboration of a business plan. The tool was introduced and used on or upon 12 public universities in Morocco and 2 private universities in Morocco, one in Agadir and the second one in the city of Marrakesh. And you are going to see that I don't have the Moroccan zlige, the Moroccan embellishments, the same presentation as my predecessors. I don't have a 3D forum. And I hope that the OET, the LY, is going to develop such wonderful presentations and platforms. So this program is intended to be taught within universities and for the professional insertion also, and it is allowing via this training to address the training and the raising of awareness within universities and to ensure wide access. It is a possibility that is paving the way to teachers to ensure such trainings. Good afternoon, everybody. Allow me first to present the vision of the ANAPEC on the horizon of the 2020. But before starting my presentation, I'd like just to provide you with a brief presentation of ANAPEC. It is the partnership of Moroccan employment and the digital strategy. The ANAPEC is a public entity that was created in 1999 thanks to a law number 5199, and it stands to ensure the mediation, that is to say, ensuring the counsels for the job seekers and providing pieces of advice for the employers. and also to provide information and orientation for young entrepreneurs as to the implementation of their economic projects. If we do concentrate on the project holders and the job seekers, once he or she is getting into our facilities offices, he is immediately taken in charge. He can get all the information, he or she can get all the information they want, and they have also access, free access to a website that he or she can get in charge. After this step, he is or she is oriented into three of the axes or the cells that we have within our offices, either as being a holder of a project or seeking a job and training, and it is schematized according to the following chart. We have a hosting and information sharing for the job seekers. He or she can benefit from some training sessions for the entrepreneurship sake, and or he can even get a deep interview with some specialists about the matter, and by the end he can have a professional point of view with some accompaniment promises. If he or she needs to enforce more his or her projects, we have an emergency plan within our facility that can send him into the accompaniment sphere, accompaniment cell, and there he can either benefit from some sessions, some trainings about financing, about legal aspects, about administrative aspects. Once his business or her business is created, the ANAPEC is ensuring an accompaniment process with some experts of the field. Here, the entrepreneurships at the digital era, what are the implications for ANAPEC? The digital era allows us to get access to much more digitalization, a massive access to internet, more democratization of mobile phones, and the use of mobile apps. It enables Morocco to be informed, to be sensitive towards plenty of matters, to be trained and provide the training, and also to concentrate its efforts on the counseling aspect, that is to say, to guide those efforts. Nevertheless, we have also some impediments, some pitfalls. How pertinent are those projects? What is the category of people targeted, and which approach is to be adopted? To answer all those questions, the ANAPEC is asking such questions to say that, is it true that the services of accompaniment to such projects is needed and is worthy and can be a solution for the customer to achieve its goals, his or her goals, and in which measure we can deliver the accompaniment services to the creation of the business and the entrepreneurships online. And this digitalization process ensures information for a maximum of people, sensitization of all the actors. The answers resides upon those 5 factors: to better know one's needs, to know its limits, to know one's way, know how you're going to do, what is the approach, to engage all the reflections to meet these objectives. Once the need is pinpointed, we shift to the adapted tool. What content to what category of people? Then number 3, comes the turn of the human resource by the assignment of a trained counselor, depending on the subjects, depending on the topic to be discussed, to be accompanied, so as to be available, to be reactive towards the job seeker or the project holder. Then we need to measure and assess the impact of this intervention within the, in terms of ameliorating the services. The ANAPEC is conscious about the importance of the digital era, the digital aspect, and it has implemented, I might say, a strategy, a digital strategy that is going to enable it, in addition to all the services aforementioned, and via those spaces, to deploy some remote distances that can facilitate to develop the number of beneficiaries of those services, to enforce the proximity of services of the ANAPEC to its targeted customers. And it is based upon 3 tools: web, phone, and mass media. For the web, I mean everything that is websites, emailing, social media, e-learning, chatting, and mobile apps. For the phone, it is the call centers and SM Sync. And for the mass media, it is of course TV and radio. For the web, the ANAPEC has its own website, which is www.anapec.org, and it is accessible for the job seekers and the project holders. They can register, they can check and ask for fine-tune their research depending on their domains of interest. Even for the Moroccans who wants to look for a job abroad, they can pay a visit to this job. But what we are intending to do is this platform of self-employment created in 2018. It is a web mobile that is located
كرم 4 تحت عارفين فين؟ الله يحفظك الحين يلا.
Last but not least, to apply on a regional level or to get register and to attend some meetings held on a regional level. In addition to this digital platform, the ANAPEC has come up with a booklet of financial services and non-financial services, and we have an ongoing project aiming at the creation of a guideline for the administrative and legal procedures, and it is going to allow the project holders to have the necessary data and information for all the administrative procedures as well as the text of law, so as to help during the decision making. ANAPEC is relying also on the social media. It has an account on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and G+. And it is a support that is going to allow our customers to get the information, to exchange, to communicate, and to have all the necessary information. And here we have an example of some pieces of information, some flyers that ANAPEC is distributing, be it within its offices or outside. Also, ANAPEC is having a channel on YouTube, and we have more than 136 videos available on this channel. And we have different videos providing information, providing some reportings about given jobs, as well as some factors that can be used within workshops that can be delivered by plenty of the conditions. Sorry. The e-learning, as a last point, we have a platform dedicated to the training. So ANAPEC has elaborated a partnership with the open classrooms, and it is seeking to have access to the courses in a on a free basis, and we have so far 9,000 beneficiaries that are benefiting from these services. And we have also some conventional projects, specifically with the tutor.com and the University Agency for la Francophonie and Development. The emailing, the ANAPEC is working on a daily basis to change and exchange emails with its customers, with the job seekers, and with the service providers. And they can at every time, in case they want to sensibilize and sensitize people, or bring them with some heads up about the job they are seeking. The SMSing, l'ANAPEC is sending an average 600,000 SMS per annum, so as inciting the job seekers and the project holders to let them know about what is happening and the things that may interest them. Last, we have introduced the call centers at the service of ANAPEC, so as to inform the job seekers, to provide them assistance during the different procedures, and also to receive any claims that may arise from their side, just to ensure the quality control and the degrees of satisfaction. So globally speaking, this chart encompasses all the procedures and the tools that the ANAPEC is providing at this level and is putting at the disposal, so as to get information and also to help them and assist them during the creation of their businesses. We'd like to thank our partners that keep helping us for the implementations of those support. Thank you very much for your attention.